Okay, so instead of writing a journal entry, which would take forever, and I want to go to bed, I'm making a video. It's finishing day 2 here in India. We are in Khandala right now. Flew all day yesterday, literally traveled for 24 hours. Went from CVG to Paris and hung out in Paris for a little bit, and then went from there to Mumbai. It was 19 hours of flying with a 3-hour layover in Paris, so it felt like 24 hours of traveling. But it was really good. Didn't get any sleep on the plane, but watched some cool movies and talked to some awesome people on the group since we don't really know each other that well. Got to Mumbai and then had to get on a bus to drive roughly 2.5 hours out here to Khandala. Seeing Mumbai at night was crazy. I didn't even know what to expect, really. But it's like New York, like no one sleeps. Like, there were so many people up and about at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was trying to think of how to describe it, and I think the only way I came up with was the houses or apartment complex or whatever, they look like abandoned buildings in the United States that people live in. There were people sleeping on rocks on the street. I think I saw about 30 stray dogs just in the first like 10 minutes of driving on the bus. Just people everywhere, garbage everywhere, huts, literally just tents under bridges that people lived in. There were people sleeping in the backs of trucks as they were driving. There's no sense of like traffic laws, really. I don't feel like people just drive however they want. If there's a free space and their car can fit through it, they will go that way. And everyone honks all the time. There's like special honks apparently, like ones for like I'm about to hit you or I'm gonna pass you or something like that. Everyone honks. It's just absolutely crazy. Trying to get from the airport to the bus, I thought I was gonna die because you just had to cut in front of cars, and it was terrifying but a fun experience at the same time. Today, Steph and I missed breakfast because we have no idea what time it was when we went to bed, and we called the hotel for a wake-up call, but apparently Steph heard that and then went back to sleep. So we woke up at 11 Khandala time, but the hotel is gorgeous. Mom, I'm safe. It's beautiful. We're up in the mountains. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't feel like I'm on a mission trip, at least the first couple of days, but the pastors and their wives get here tomorrow, so I'm super excited about that. So we just get to serve them and pour into them and hopefully give them a break, give them some rest. I was talking to someone tonight that the pastors here are really poor in terms of American standards, I guess. They make about $50 a month, and they're just like, the people here view the pastors kind of how Catholics view priests, I guess. Like, they're the next closest to God, so they get called for everything. Like, come bless my new apartment or my new car or motorcycle or whatever. Like, they just need everything to be blessed. And so they are very tired, but they have great hearts apparently, and I just can't wait for them to get here and just be in this beautiful place. It's fantastic. But today we went after breakfast. We had like an orientation, which was cool. Got to meet and pray for some people. And then we went to Pune, which is a city about, I think we drove for 2 hours again today. Gorgeous drive in the middle of the mountains. It was fantastic. Got there, hung out in this like mall for a little bit, which was pretty Western. They had like a Nike store and stuff like that, but the people that were outside on the streets around the mall did not really look Western. They were very poor. So we went street shopping, which was a fantastic experience. Sorry for shaking, this is on my phone. We bought, Stephanie and I, Steph, did you figure out how much you spent on stuff? I spent roughly $45 on 5 scarves, which I've got them hanging up there. These would cost like $20 in the States. 5 scarves, 2 dresses, a skirt, 4 bracelets, and some toys for the cool kids that I have in my life that I think they'll enjoy. And yeah, so that was crazy. The people there, unless you like go into a shop on the street, they don't really have prices. So the people who live in India and who have been here before kind of had to show us the ropes on how you buy things. So you just barter, I guess. You go up, and if you ask them how much, then that's, I don't know, you get less of a deal. But if you go up and tell them, you know, I'll pay you 100 rupees for this, then they'll say, no, like 120, and then you go back and forth, or you just say, I watched Cheryl do it, and she went up for these bracelets, and she asked him how much they were. He said 80. She said, no, 50. And he said 60. And she said, no, 50, only 50. And pretended to walk away. And he was like, okay. And gave her 50. So that was it was a crazy experience. Just the whole like bartering thing and like buying stuff from people on the street. But it was really cool. So many people everywhere, which we weren't in Mumbai, so apparently we don't even know what it's like to see people on the street, but for what I'm used to, there was a ton of people. We had to cross the street, and there aren't crosswalks, and like I said, there aren't lanes or like traffic things, so it was terrifying trying to cross the street. But it's like adrenaline rush, I guess. It was a good experience. Then we drove to the Westin, which I just can't believe like how much good food I've eaten today. Is a hotel. It's a gorgeous hotel, and there's just a buffet around the entire restaurant, and had sushi and crazy desserts and lamb and like good vegetable potato stuff, which unfortunately everything is pretty spicy, and if an Indian tells you that it's mildly spicy, it means that it's pretty spicy. And my mouth can't handle that, unfortunately. So I drank a lot of water. But I think that's it. We came back, and I need to go to bed because pastors and their wives get here tomorrow. So Steph and I actually have to wake up on time for breakfast and devotions. So hopefully I'll make one of these every night because I tried to write and my hand just gets too tired. So that's it. Till tomorrow.